What's going on, everybody? Shane Whitecloud from Team Valor, and it's been a really long time since I've done any of this. Confession to make, we've moved. We were living happily in Reno, Nevada, and surrounded by all of our friends and family and a huge network of amazingly supportive people. And then I got an offer at the VA hospital that I work at to step up in a supervisory role at the Houston VA in Houston, Texas. And so over the past 3.5 months, myself and my family have been packing and gearing up and moving everything from Reno, Nevada to Spring, Texas, which is where we're located now. And my shop is a mess. This is the garage. The garage is my shop. It always has been. It is an absolute mess in here, but it's a lot nicer than it was because we had to unpack 2 pods worth of stuff into the garage just so we could start moving it into the house. We still got a lot of unpacking to do in there. But as you can see by looking around, I've got taekwondo stuff in here, paint stuff in here, powder coating. My powder coating rig is over there. We've got the dust collector. We've got some of my screen printing stuff over there. Helmets on the wall, obviously. And so on and so forth. Heat press, sublimation, all the fun stuff that I do. But I figured that with this being a new location and all, maybe it was time to do something new. So my friends at Eagle Lasers sent me a very generous gift. And as you can see, it's not that small either. So we're gonna be opening this bad boy today. And it's not just one box we're opening. We're also opening that box there and this box here. So it's going to be a whole lot of unboxing in one video, and I'm really excited to kick this off. So thanks for watching. Not used to doing these, so as I've seen in everybody else's YouTube videos on YouTube University, click that like and subscribe button and help me build this channel. All right, let's get started. All right, so we got 3 boxes to open here, but we're gonna go ahead and start with the Grand Poobah here. This thing is a big wooden crate. Got dropped off in pristine condition from R&L Carriers. No stranger to R&L. They've delivered all of my big goods. Whenever I brought the powder coating rig in, the powder coating booth and the oven, they brought all that to me too. And in the end of November, my partners at Eon are sending me a Mira 9 CO2 laser, which is a 90 watt CO2 laser, and it's super fast. And even better, the support team is the best on the planet. I can't say enough about my support team at Eon, and so let me throw some shout out to them as well. But for now, let's go ahead and get into this beautiful laser that Eagle Laser sent me. Now, I'll tell you what it is before I show you, but this is a 50 watt. So if you're not familiar with fiber lasers, CO2 lasers cut through wood, acrylic, powder-coated surfaces like Cerakote, and do some really cool engravings. All those watch bands that I make, I do with that. Fiber lasers, on the other hand, cut through metal. And they can cut from anything from titanium to tin. Minute engravings on the inside of rings, all the way up to challenge coins, to hatchets, gun slides, magazines, and more. So I've got some really cool plans with this. I've gotten inspired by one of my YouTube mentors, Steve over at Frag Out. Some of the work that he's been doing is what encouraged me to follow through and go ahead and do this laser. Now, I do have to put this out there. I have never touched a fiber laser before. Up until now, I've only used CO2 lasers, and even that I've only done for about 1.5 years. I got pretty proficient with it, but there's still a whole lot more to learn on both CO2 and fiber lasers. This, however, is gonna be the first time I ever touch a fiber laser, and we're going big. It's a 50 watt. So it's capable of cutting into some pretty good chunks of metal. And the things that I plan on doing with this, thanks to what I've seen Steve do over at Frag Out, I want to honor our first responders and our veterans, and the best way that I know how. And so we're going to learn on this thing together, and then we're probably going to hurt each other on this thing together. Hopefully I won't cut any limbs off. I might get tattooed a couple of times, but no stranger to that, right? But in the end, I think we're going to produce something beautiful that we can use to honor our first responders in and around the Houston, Texas area, and of course my fellow veterans, because that's what's near and dear to my heart. So let's go ahead and break this bad boy open. Bolt closing up the whole thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and make quick work of this. Alright, we'll just set this off to the side and pull the foam out that was on top. It's got some foam packed around the sides there. And she is beautiful. This is big though. This is going to be interesting. Thanks to the team at American Iron, I might be able to lift this out. Big shout out to my crew over at American Iron Gym in Reno, Nevada. All right, so this box is both bolted, screwed, and stapled with the metal flashing. So I don't know if I want to try and lift this straight up or not. I'm thinking it's probably not a great idea, so I'm going to try and be safe here. I don't want to break anything. So let me go ahead and see if I can get a pry bar. Now, just to tell you a little bit about me, because if this is the first time seeing me, I am a service-connected disabled Navy veteran, and my day job, I work at the VA hospital in Houston, Texas, and I'm proud of my job. This is my side gig, really, because before COVID, I was singing in a rock band that was touring all over the world, hair down on my butt and everything. Not so much now. But COVID hit, and live music was kind of a thing of the past. So I had to find a new way to get all that angst and anxiety and depression and everything else that comes out with PTSD. And so I started learning how to do creative things with screen printing and embroidery and sublimation, and then powder coating and laser engraving, and it just grew and grew and grew. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn. And here we are. I'm addicted to learning about creative crafts. And the cool thing is that my 13-year-old is very talented with art and crafts, and I'm hoping to drag him into this world with me, and he can help me design some pretty cool things. So this is something I get to share with my son. And then on the flip side of it, I've made some really cool friends doing this too. So learning won't stop here, and neither will the pain and probably broken limbs and whatever else comes with it. All right, so I'm a little winded. But I opted to go ahead and just lift it out of the box because there were so many staples going around it, and the guys at Eagle Laser secured that box up so well, I couldn't even tear it apart. And I don't know where my really good pry bar is. So this is what I ended up doing. I just hooked my arms under both sides and pulled it out. I don't know if I would have been able to do that in my younger years. So I'm glad I could pull it off now. So what you're seeing is what I just pulled out of the box. So we're gonna start unwrapping it. You can see that this thing is huge. Like, this is a good size laser. I didn't know I was gonna get this much. I thought it was gonna be a lot smaller. So taking a look at what they've packed in here before I start unwrapping that, because there's a few things here on the side. Let's see here. We've got, looks like this might be the Chuck rotary. And again, if you don't know what that is, you'll see me using it a lot. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. So Chuck rotary can hold things as small as rings and as big as tumbler cups to be engraved. And they hooked me up with a really nice one. And some extra parts there to secure it down. And looks like those are parts of the Chuck that expand out and hold on to the items. There we go, that's the Chuck rotary. So if I put a cup on there, these open up and hold the cup from the inside. And I can put a ring, like a wedding ring or something, on the inside here to be held so while it's being laser engraved. So very cool. And it looks like it can tilt, so we can do all kinds of cool things with that. I'll have to look into that. All right. Next, got a blue bag here. That was just hanging on the inside. So really nice carrying bag here, and I'm willing to bet that this is where my software is. Let's see, there's a foot switch. We got some Allen wrenches. Oh, laser glasses, so you don't hurt your sight. We'll have to check these out. See what those look like here. Hold on. Oh yeah. Got kind of the 1980s Pit Viper look going on there, huh? Got a nice dark green shade to them. So this is to keep your eyes protected whenever you're laser engraving so that you don't accidentally burn your eyes, all right? So good thinking for that, guys. All right. I also have, looks like a thumb drive, and I'm willing to bet that this is what my EasyCAD 2 software is loaded on, is on this thumb drive. I'll have to find out later. Thanks to the guys over at Laser Everything. They put out some amazing tutorial videos on YouTube, and everything from walking you through step by step on how to set up your light burn for the Galvo and for the CO2. They also have a really good one that walks you through how to set up your EasyCAD for the first time, all the basic stuff. Really good stuff, and I highly recommend those guys. I joined their group a while back, and they've been nothing but friendly and open arms, welcoming. It's pretty awesome. So we have a cable that can go between the laser and the laptop computer. So I have about 5 laptop computers, and I wiped one of them to make it the designated computer just for this laser. We got another USB to, it looks like a printer cable, but I think this is the cable that actually goes into the laser. This might be a USB extension cable is what that might be, because it looks like it goes USB to USB. Here's the power cable for the laser. Pretty heavy duty, right? And something to note, it's a 220. So if you don't have a 220 plug in your garage, that's okay. I have the answer for that. It's in one of those boxes we're gonna open later. And then I got some metal and business cards that I can play with and engrave on that Alex demonstrated with me whenever I took a tour of their facility out in California. Alcohol pads and some paperwork. Let's see here. This is probably going to be receipts or something along those lines. Oh, these are the test. This is the test documents. It shows what lenses tested at. Let me see. So this is the 110 test sheet. This shows just how the test engravings and alignment and everything went. Looks like it shows me the diameters that I need to use, or the parameters, excuse me, that I need to use. This other one is for 175, so I have to wonder, did I get two lenses or did I just get the one? And if I just got the one, did I get a 110 or a 175? So I'll have to touch base with Alex tomorrow and find out. It is a 50-watt Racus, and they sent me also a metal ruler. That'll come in handy for a lot of things. All right, that's everything in the bag. Here in just a minute, we'll unwrap this thing and take a look at it too. All right, so we finished unwrapping it and getting it all pulled out, and this is what we're left with. This is a beautiful laser. So down here we have a 10-inch by 11-inch bed, which I was blown away by. Because that's a whole lot of real estate that you can engrave on. There's the chuck. The chuck would basically get screwed into some holes here to be held firmly in place whenever I need to use it. And then we also have a monitor mount here, which I thought was a pretty neat, nice touch, a really neat thing to add to it. This is how you raise and lower your laser so that you can get your distance right between the object that you're engraving. And this is the brains. This is the actual machine that pumps out the laser here. It's beautiful casing. It's solid metal all the way around. They did a really great job. And again, it's a 220 volt. And we don't have a 220 volt in this garage, but we do have the answer for that in that little box. And we'll go ahead and get into that here shortly. But I just wanted to show you guys what a beautiful laser Eagle Lasers has sent me. And it's a 50-watt Racus, once again, from Eagle. And if you're interested in getting an Eagle laser, I know that right now they've got a lot of 30-watt lasers. And just reach out to me. I can put you in touch. They make killer deals on these lasers. Great prices and great quality, as you can see. So we'll open up these other boxes in the morning, because right now my kiddo who's holding the camera is yawning, which means it's time to go to sleep. So until tomorrow, y'all take care. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Okay, so it's day 2 of this big unboxing extravaganza, and I know I'm gonna sound a little funny, but this morning I had to go and get my first treatment of Invisalign done. So I'm doing a whole lot of different things here for the first time. Getting my jaw all worked up, and then we're gonna finish unboxing these. Last night when we did the laser, which you can see over here beside me, we ended up, that was roughly about 11:30 at night. And so me and the Verse were getting pretty tired, so we decided to call it a night there. But today, I'm gonna go ahead and open these last 2 boxes and show you what I have in store for you to go with this laser, so that we can make this not only a safe environment, but we can also make it workable. So the first thing I'm gonna open is this box here. Now this box is, if you're familiar with these products already, you know what it is. But I was told about this from Eagle Lasers. Alex over at Eagle Lasers said, hey, you should check this out. Because I was about to spend a lot of money to have a 220 volt plug put in the garage. And ironically, I was using a veteran electrical company, and in Reno, Nevada, it only cost me $1,200 to get the entire garage rewired and new plugs and everything all over the thing for the shop there. They wanted to charge me $2,300 just to put in a 220 volt that only had a 10-foot drop. So I thought that was pretty outrageous, and so this was the alternative. Now, if you don't have a 220 volt and you're looking for an alternative like I am, then this might be your answer. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up first, and then I'll explain what it is as I'm opening it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's in there. It's heavy too. This thing is heavy. Oh, see, I just pulled off a side. Let's try and see if I can, nope. All right, let's try it this way. I'm gonna do something I probably shouldn't do, but that's one way to get it out. Of course, now it's upside down. All right. Keep that side off. It's really packaged well. It's held in there. Really tight styrofoam and of course plastic. And this is a step up, step down power converter. I got this off of Amazon for about 250 bucks, which is nothing compared to the cost of installing new plugs. Now, eventually I will get new plugs installed in here. I'm just gonna have to find an electric company that I wanna work with. But this takes your 110 from the wall and converts it to a 220. And this laser, Alex tells me, only uses about 700 watts of power. And so this is a 5,000 watt transformer. So this is more than more capable of not only running this, but in the future, when at the end of November, whenever my Mira 9 gets here, the 90 watt, if it's a 220 as well, then it'll be able to run that as well. So that's why I went ahead and got the 5,000. I figured more power is better than not enough. So there's that. Basically, this will plug into that, and that'll provide the power that I need to run the laser. Now, this box down here at my feet. So I've already cut the tape on this, but that's all I've done. I haven't opened anything. I haven't taken anything out. I just wanted to kind of check and make sure because I wasn't sure what kind of condition it would come in, but it looks like it's doing good. This is the first time I'm seeing it with you guys as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. It is upside down, which is interesting because the box didn't say this way up or anything like that. So hopefully that's not gonna make a big difference. But this, I'll go ahead and put it up here on the table. And we'll move this trash out of the way here. All right, and this is a 3-way fume extractor. So, and it runs on 110 as well. There's the power cord for it. And then it has these really cool repositionable hoses that come out of the top of this. There's 2 of them. And if you don't need to use one, there's a cap so that you can cap one off and you only need to use one. But essentially what this does is, while this is laser engraving, all that smoke and those toxic fumes and dust and things like that that are coming off of the items that we're laser engraving gets sucked into this like a giant vacuum, and it goes through 3 layers of filtration to help extract the fumes and extract the smoke and everything. So that way I don't have to worry about neighbors complaining or me possibly breathing in any noxious fumes or anything like that. So I wanted to be safe, and I wanted to make sure that this is something that I could use. Here's the user manual so you can see what it looks like assembled. You'll see it assembled in another video somewhere shortly. But on the other side, there's a second one of these. And then All the screws and stuff are loose in this bag, man. That's kind of interesting. I would have probably put those in a little sandwich baggie or something, at least, instead of just letting them stay loose in there like that, because these are little bolts, little screws, little nuts, and those can easily get lost. And then also, these are rubber, which is really cool, but these go on the other end of these hoses here. This is the end that's facing towards the fumes and stuff that's getting sucked up. So, good to know that they're rubber, because if they get dirty or something, you can just take them off and wash them. So, that's always nice. And then it came with a pack of 3 of the filters, or 4 of the filters that go inside here. So, I got this from Omtech, and I want to say it was roughly about $500. But this is going to make it to where we can work in the garage without having to worry about smells and fumes and anything that can be harmful to us, hurting us or anything like that. We're still going to have to be mindful of certain products that we're working on. If there's like a certain kind of PVC or something in it, because that's highly poisonous in a gas form, and we don't want to endanger ourselves. So we'll still have to take certain precautions in those areas. But overall, this is it. This is the setup. So you have your step up and step down 5,000 watt 110 to 220 converter. You've got your fume extractor that takes all the noxious fumes out of the jobs that we're doing, so that we can work inside, in the house, in the garage, without having to worry about running any kind of holes through the house to filter the fumes out through. And then we've got our 50 watt beautiful brand new laser from Eagle Lasers with the 110 lens on it. And yeah, that's it. So this is the unboxing portion. We're going to try and do our best to keep you up to speed on what we're doing, some of the projects that we're working on as we're learning them. One of the things that gets on my nerves watching YouTube videos is that you tend to see hey, this is what we got, and here's the finished product. And you don't know what happened in between. Well, I'm going to do my best to help share that information with you in the style of my good friend Bob over at Aesthetic Imprints. His videos are always done with a phone, and he always shows his mistakes, and he's always very honest, and I love him for that, because I learn more from that. And yes, the videos are longer, but I feel like if you truly want to learn the craft, then you need to dive into the details, right? And this isn't all I'm doing. I'm also going to be doing my powder coating. I'll be covering that. I'm going to be doing my sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, screen printing. If I get the embroidery machine back up and running, then we'll be doing some embroidery. And here's a cool thing that just happened. I've been seriously interested in learning how to wrap cars. I wanted to learn how to wrap vehicles for a long time, and I've been studying the art for about a year now, through YouTube videos and through training sessions, through a couple of really well-known wrap people here, ironically, that are located here in Houston, where I ended up moving to. So I was really excited about that. This company based out of Spring, Texas, called Wrap Stars, they had an ad that came across my Facebook, suggested marketing, right? And I actually posted a comment on there saying, hey, if you guys are ever open to it, can I come down and watch you guys wrap a couple of cars, learn some tips and tricks and stuff, because I want to learn how to do things to help my fellow veterans who might be interested in doing something like this. And, you know, in the past, whenever I've done that, I haven't gotten a reply back, because people are really guarded about their trade secrets or things like that. Wrap Stars actually replied to me the next day and said, come on down, brother. We'd love to show you how we do what we do. Come hang out with us. And to me, that meant a lot. So to Wrap Stars, thank you so much for the invitation. I will definitely be taking you up on that on a weekend soon. But that's everything for now. I promised you an unboxing video of not 1, not 2, but 3 boxes. There you have it. And we will get back to you when we start making more improvements in the new space. So you guys take care of yourselves. God bless you. I love you. And let's look out for each other. All right?